But now, who is mostly at risk of getting pelvic inflammatory disease? And from my research, again, they're saying, women below 25 years of age are actually mostly affected.
Yes.
Why is that the case?
The women who are at the most risk of getting pelvic inflammatory disease is basically any woman who is sexually active.
Okay.
And a woman of reproductive age, meaning they are menstruating or they have started having their period. So girls from the age of, because nowadays we are seeing girls getting, first of all, the age of sexual debut has gone down, and girls are getting their period a bit earlier than it used to be before. So why, research has shown that most women under the age of 25 are at a much higher risk of getting pelvic inflammatory disease because one, they tend to have, if I may call it, like a riskier sexual behavior.
Okay.
There are also other biologic factors that come in play, including the fact that there's something we call the cervical. It's like a cervical plug. It's like it covers the opening of the cervix before you get to the uterus. This is now anatomy.
Okay.
So in these women, it tends to be less thick. It tends to be less like viscous. We call it viscous. So it tends to allow organisms coming from the lower tract to pass through and go to the uterus. And then there are also other factors, something we call ectopy, which tends to be more in the cervix, which predisposes the women, these women in this lower age group. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, you talked about, and this is just to digress a little bit so that people also know, because I'm pretty sure they're as curious as I am, in terms of, younger girls getting their periods earlier as compared to back then. What is the age right now that we see most girls, of course, getting, let's say, their first periods, and why? Like, what are some of the causes for the same?
The typical age for most girls getting their first period is usually around, I would say 12 years of age, 12, 13, 14, around that age. But because of the changes in the lifestyle changes, the changes in diet, and probably, I don't know whether there are environmental factors that are at play in this. We are seeing girls getting period as young as 9.
Oh, wow.
9 years of age, although it's not very common, but I think we are getting there. In other countries where you have issues to do with the obesity, they're seeing it more commonly than we are seeing. But we are headed there as a society because of issues, as I said, of lifestyle changes. Obesity is on the rise. Because the higher the BMI or the weight of the girl, then the more she's likely to start her period earlier.
Okay. All right. I think it's important for people to know, even the parents.
Yeah.
Okay.